Hello there, Sagittarius. This is Miss Joan, Miss Joan's Tarot on the Hill. And I am here getting ready to talk to you about May. This batch of cards is going to talk about May 1st through the 28th. We will be making 4 columns of cards. And they will be 1 column for each week. But I'm programming them so far. Okay? So now these cards are ready to go for this week, this month. I'm going to go ahead and program these cards for you for the first week in May so that we can go deeper at the end of this video. It'll be May 1st through the 7th. Let's get these guys programmed. Okay, so now they're ready to go. Let's go ahead and lay these cards out. We'll get the 4 cards in the first row, which are just the theme of the week, right? And then we'll do the next 4 cards, which are going to be what's blocking you each of these weeks. And then, of course, the final row will be our solution for these 4 weeks. There are new things coming in the next few months. I will be offering classes in tarot and in crystals. If you're interested in any of that, keep an eye out for it. Don't be afraid to hit the like button or perhaps even subscribe if you want to get information about that. Then you can not miss a video and you'll know exactly when those classes go up and you'll be able to register on time. Perfect. Okay, let's talk about this right now. So the first week in May, Sagittarius, we are talking about you having some really good intuition about what's going on. You'll be able to trust your gut this very much so this particular week. There is a Knight of Wands here who's going to be somebody else in your life who's going to be fighting for his ideas and or her ideas. They're going to be kind of coming up against you, right? They're going to come up and say, this is how we want to do it and this is how it should be done, which may or may not be your idea. So pay attention to who this person turns out to be. Know that you can trust your intuition about who they are, if they're good people or bad people, but right now they're in the blocking department, so it means that they're probably going to slow you down from moving forward. How annoying, right? So you're going to have that 8 of Swords feeling where you're feeling stuck, like somebody has gotten in your way and now you can't move. And I'm going to encourage you to look at it from a different perspective. Sometimes it's just putting yourself at a different angle. I know that sounds goofy and strange, but for some reason, it's like you can't really see it until you get down there and look at it, right? Or look at it from a new place, from somebody else's shoes, perhaps. But there's a new way of claiming your power in this situation. So do what you can to look at it from a new perspective so that you can move forward, okay? Because there is a way. There's a workaround with this person. Okay? Cool. The next week over is May 8th through the 14th. And we have pulled the 9 of Cups, which is you having your wishes fulfilled. Things are coming together. Yay. Perfect. Wonderful. There's the Knight of Swords here. You have another knight. Only this guy is fighting for his power. He wants to be in charge of something. There's a lot of things to do in a situation like what you're doing. Be aware that delegating some of the responsibilities that are annoying and frustrating is not a bad idea. If you have somebody who wants to be in charge of something, you can give them something to be in charge of that isn't the keys. That will be beneficial to you in that you can have somebody else doing stuff you don't want to do. Does that make sense? So make a list of all the different things that you don't want to do and find a few that you're willing to delegate to this person. And if he's capable and able and you're willing to let him. So good. Perfect. Let somebody do something. It is an area where you're blocked, mostly because if he's in the way and he's not being given anything to be responsible for, that'll be a problem. He'll stomp and roar and pout. So we don't want that. Okay? Good. The solution here is to come up with a big idea, right? Come up with the Ace of Wands is telling me that you're going to have a big idea. You're going to have a new idea that is going to be helpful in the process. So this is good. So you could do your big idea, get your wishes fulfilled, and delegate humdrum stuff to this person that absolutely must get done and will be very, very helpful to have somebody working on it. Yes. So now we're looking at the week of the 15th through the 21st of May, and we have the completion of a cycle or the beginning of a cycle. I believe it's the beginning. Things are getting started here, okay? So just because things are getting started doesn't mean it's always going to fit your idea of how it should go. There's part of you that wants everything to go very, very fast and get very, very simple and very, very easy. There's always time. Temperance is showing up here in the blocking department, which is telling me that while there's always enough, you're not feeling it. You're not feeling like there's enough time. It's working in reverse for you right now. Pay attention to how that feels. And if you don't have enough time, maybe it's time to do some more delegation, right? Get more people doing more stuff. Make sure you do only the things you have to do because you're the one in charge of it, right? So then the Seven of Cups shows up as your solution. And it's showing me that you have options and choices. It's just a matter of you making a choice, making a new choice. So choosing wisely, choosing differently. It may have been that you opened a place up thinking that it was going to be you and then maybe a few others, but now it's turning out that it has to be different. And you're going to sort of have to make room in your head and your space for something different. And it's frustrating. It's definitely a frustration that it will be different than you had planned and thought of to begin with. But in the end, sharing some of the responsibility could be a good thing, right? So cool. We'll work on that, right? Perfect. Okay. Now then, all this is, we're going to go in deep on all of this in other videos. So don't be alarmed. There's more information coming. Now, the final week, May 22nd through the 28th, we are looking at the Seven of Pentacles, meaning that your finances are coming together and there's going to be plenty of money to take care of what you need to take care of and a little bit extra to play with. Yay. The Knight of Pentacles is showing up to show that there is one more time. Wow, you got 3 knights this month. My goodness. Someone is fighting for their financial worth and value. Quite possibly Mr. Controlling over here, who you ended up delegating a bunch of stuff to, is going to say, I deserve a raise. And you're going to be like, seriously? We just opened. What are you talking about? So be aware that that's a frustrating thing that will probably happen. Maybe be prepared to offer bonuses for various levels, right? If somebody reaches a certain level of sales or whatever, you can throw in a bonus because they're helping out. And no, it hurts in the beginning to do that, but you can't. So make the bonuses worthy of the level, right? So yeah, this is good because a lot of things are going to start happening very quickly right now. So all of the good things that have been working through, everything is happening very fast. The solution is to keep moving quickly. Keep moving. Just get going. Because it's going to get working and it's going to go really well. All right? So very cool. I'm going to go ahead and save these cards over here so that we can look at them more in depth in other videos. Yay. And right now, we're going to go deeper on the very first week of May being the 1st through the 7th, right? So we have extra cards here. We already pre-programmed these. So we need to get on with this. Okay, so we have the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is talking about how we were talking about not being able to trust your intuition, and we are very good about that. We like your intuition right now. There is somebody of like mind helping you. The King of Wands is here being a part of and being of service in this process. And there is some family joy and family money coming in this week. So keep that in mind and know that it's going to give you some breathing space and a way to relate to people where it doesn't have to, you don't have to have that hungry for money in your eyes when you're talking to people. It's a funny thing that happens with, if you're got desperation in your eyes, things get weird and people can smell it on you. So just be aware of that. Let that be something in the air. We talked about the Knight of Wands and how he's going to be fighting for his ideas and this is the Eight of Wands saying things are speeding up, and we don't want, things are going to be speeding up very well for you this particular week. But there is a Page of Swords bringing you information about power coming your way. So that's interesting. Information about power, not moving quickly. And this Knight of Wands is going to be slowing things down because he wants to do stuff his way. This is you looking at everything from a new perspective with the Eight of Swords and then not talking about it right away. This is the Three of Swords. We can't share every little thing we're thinking about right away. So you might want to do some journaling to keep your ideas more or less to yourself a little bit, because your ideas are for you, and if you share all of your ideas, you'll be giving your money away and giving away. People will use them instead of you, and we don't want that. We want them to be your ideas, right? We have the Queen of Cups, which is an emotionally based female person, lady in your life, or feminine energy person who is in fact supporting you and helping you through this process. So don't bite her head off, but do take the information that you're getting as you look at, you can talk this new, looking at things in a new way with her. But then beyond that, you're going to want to write things down if you have an insight. You don't have to talk out loud about all of your insights while you're having this conversation. If you have a revelation, write the revelation down and be prepared to use it next week. All right? Excellent. Good for you, Sagittarius. We're going to get through this. It's an interesting week, right? Aha. Talk to you about next week, which is the 8th through the 14th, in the next video. Thank you.